My name is Nico, I'm from Rome. I've been in the UK for over 10 years, so almost 12 in fact. I've been living in London for a good 9 years, then decided to move up north because my girlfriend, she's from around here. So as we end up meeting up in London, we decided to make a move, and always wanted to open up my own coffee shop. In terms of living life, I think Manchester's got a great community. People are much friendlier. I'm not just said about the community, but I've noticed even when I have to close the shop or a lot of support, people are very warm, let's say, When in London, because I think it's very, how you say, dispersive, it's very, vast. It's difficult almost to bump twice into the same person. When in Manchester, it's very easy to bump into people that you've probably seen at lunch or something. 8 years ago, I've ended up losing a job in a place, and I got offered a job as a coffee machine engineer. So I had to repair coffee machine, I had to travel all over London. I had a van, and then we started looking after coffee machine and then supplying the coffee in places such as the Italian embassy, at the airport, French embassy, places where the coffee was quite, an important thing. After the London experience, towards the last few years actually of London, I ended up opening a company as an Italian coffee consultant, based massively on the Italian way of how we're consuming coffee. Because those days it's a lot of vibe to do with coffee with Australian, and New Zealand, and American, and which is fine, but I like to stick to Italian, but with an update, because a lot of people those days always got something to say about, Italian is like old way of making coffee, old way of roasting it. It depends who you're talking to. We get the coffee from an independent small batch production. We roast the coffee in 9 kilos peperoncini, so it's very good quality. We only deal with 100% Arabica. I placed an order, and 2 weeks later I got the coffee inside my shop. So yeah, I mean, for my old clientele used to come to my shop, people that know me. I've never been massively into making a lot of vegan food and stuff like that, but it's not because I don't want to. It's a lot of Italian food that is vegan, but we don't advertise as vegan. So what it can be is just very simple, pasta with homemade cherry vine tomato sauce and then pepper sauce. It can be very simple, and as long as you don't put some Parmesan cheese, it'll become one of it. But now in this case, we're making a focaccia, which is made without any sort of milk or additive stuff to it, so it can be easily vegan. We use a lot of roast vegetables. We use black olive paste. We use tofu. Quite different amount. We do a lot of vegetarians. Vegetarians have always been very popular, but again, we do a lot of oven-baked dishes such as parmigiana, which is a traditional dish from Sicily, and it's based on about 4 different layers of slightly fried aubergine, tomato sauce, mozzarella, and Parmesan cheese. You repeat about 4 times, then you oven bake it. You let it cool down a little bit, and then you eat with some bread and salads. Very tasty. But we also do a lot of Italian fennel sausages with the friarelli. We do, quite a big amount, really. We do a lot of cake as well without gluten, for a lot of gluten-free people, because quite a lot of people are allergic those days. We do our tiramisu, which we've been very well known for in town. A lot of breakfast cake. A lot of people always saying, "What do you mean you're having breakfast for cake?" I say, well, we don't have a Victoria sponge cake. We do cakes such as the ciambellone, which is made without butter. So it's very light and fluffy, so you can dunk it into the milk, and it's nice. It's not too heavy.